Those are the ones that she's referring to right here. You're definitely not referring to black men such as myself. All right, now let's keep going.
Meanwhile, you can't even get black men to engage in a productive discussion about what they're going to do to clean up their own communities. So we know that they're not doing this because this is what black men do. We know they're doing it because it paints a certain narrative about black male passivity. So it says it feels wrong that they had to pick up the pieces from a failed insurrection attempt that, had it been successful, would have disenfranchised millions of voters, particularly those in areas with heavy black populations.
I don't understand what this gentleman Isaac Bailey is talking about. What does he mean it feels wrong that they have to clean up after these people? These guys that you see, right? This brother that you see in this photo, in her video, he's a black maintenance worker. These black men that she's referring to, they're black maintenance workers at the U.S. Capitol. These men are getting paid to do their job. All right? And I'm going to prove that to you. We're getting there. Now let's keep going.
So they're saying even though black men know this society doesn't like them and is disenfranchising them, and they're always complaining about how this system and people of no color within it are stopping them from being productive members and stopping them from providing for their family, they're still willing to come in here and clean up the messes of the very same people that, had they been successful, would have continued to disenfranchise black men.
Again, these guys that are cleaning up, it is their job. They are a maintenance crew. It's just so happened that they're black men. Okay, it's their job to clean up. These men get paid to clean up the U.S. Capitol. Now again, I'm gonna prove this to you as we go on. Now let's keep going.
This doesn't make black men look good. What they basically could have just said is that, oh, black men still have a slave pathology, therefore they're out.
See, what Cynthia G said right here is just unintelligent, y'all. I'm telling you, this woman is mentally disturbed when it comes to black men. Her opinion of us, man. Seriously, you know, all black men are not the same. We are not a monolith, you know. But anywho, like I said, what she's saying right here is unintelligent because, again, these guys are black maintenance workers. They're getting paid to clean up. All right. Now, I'm going to prove this to you all. Again, like I said from the title, Cynthia G cannot read. I'm going to prove to you that she can recite words beautifully, right? But it doesn't mean that she comprehends the meaning of the words that she's reciting. Now, let's keep going.
Out there cleaning up the messes of people of no color like they've been doing since they've been in this country. You can look all throughout the history of this country and seeing black men engaging in the same behavior. Whenever you ask them what have they done to fight for their own liberation, the only thing they mention is these wars that they've been forced to fight in for the betterment of people of no color, specifically the men who run this country. So really, to me, this is just another example of how that pathology that black men have always had is still there. It said it not only feels wrong, but it is wrong. It shouldn't be this way. In the democracy we all supposedly love and cherish, the race.
Let me say this. Let me just plug this in. First of all, our country is not a democracy. The United States of America is a republic. We're going to take a look at the Constitution. I want us to further prove that our government is a republic. It's not a democracy, right? So again, we're looking at Article 4, and now we're looking at Section 4. Article 4, Section 4, it says, the United States shall guarantee to every state in the Union a Republican form of government. All right. It is not a democracy. Now, we cover stuff like that on my other channel, which is The Power of Offense with Keith and Rodney. We cover things like that, and I will put a link in this video so that you can check out our other channel. But again, this country is not even a democracy. So Isaac Bailey, like so many others, are wrong when they say that. All right. And I'm going to prove that to you all. Now let's keep it moving.
Racial and income and power inequalities evident in this video shouldn't exist. But no, people don't recognize that, because if all of society felt like the racial and income and power inequalities shouldn't exist, then they wouldn't exist. But the bottom line of it is knowing the state of black men, it's always going to exist, because black men engage in behavior that shows that whether it's a subconscious or a conscious level, they believe that their primary job is to be of service to men of no color. This is why they have no problem not owning anything.
That is some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Cynthia G, you have some issues, woman. That is some bullshit. Everything you're saying right here is totally unintelligent, and it has nothing to do with this article. Again, these men are black maintenance workers. They work at the U.S. Capitol. They are getting paid. All right. They receive remuneration from the work that they do. All right. Now let's keep going.
They will willingly be on sports teams where they're mostly the talent, but they own nothing. They're not the coaches. They're not the owners. They don't get to speak the way that they want to.
What are you talking about? These guys speak the way that they want to all the time. Obviously, you do not watch sports commentary. All right. Not only do these guys get to speak out, right, all of these black men that play professional sports, right, but they even have the leagues, right, putting woke messages on their jerseys. They even have the league putting woke messages like Black Lives Matter on the basketball court as well as the football field. Come on now. What you're saying is ridiculous. Ridiculous. It is extremely unintelligent. But let's keep going.
Are fine in a society where they can just make excuses and say, oh, well, Dwight man is stopping us from building. Dwight man is stopping us from
Hold up. I'm not gonna lie, this is hilarious. Now I will say, Cynthia G, you have some awesome I would say your videos are very entertaining. I'll say that. All right. This is funny.
They're comfortable with that. And that's why you can see an article talking about how they're also comfortable going in and cleaning up men of no color's mess.
The white man. That is hilarious. But again, it's still idiotic in the sense that it's only a segment of black men that say that. It's not all of us. And the ones that say that typically are the ones that you hang out with, Cynthia G. You know, the red, black, and greens, the woke ones. Those are the ones that you tend to hang out with that say stuff like that. Not black men like me. All right, now let's keep going.
Because that is what they've been doing since they've been in this country. We should never see any article about them cleaning up the Capitol building when they don't even.
I'm an endocrinologist, and none of them could get my blood sugar below 3.
People want to clean up their own neighborhoods and make them safer for the women and children who resides in them. We hear all on these social media streets.
Again, what Cynthia G is saying, y'all, is just totally idiotic and unintelligent. Why am I saying this? Because she's wrong when she makes it seem like these men are just cleaning up just because they feel the need to clean the Capitol. These men are paid workers. They are a maintenance team. It just so happened that it comprises of black men. Okay, now we're going to get to this. I'm going to prove to you what I'm saying. All right, now let's keep going.
Them talking about they're not the cleanup man, but you are the cleanup man when it comes to men of no color. You just don't want to be the cleanup man when it comes to people who look like you. That's the problem. It says black people have always been forced into a kind of Sophie's choice to love a place that has for too long hated us while knowing that's what's best for us nevertheless. So what's best for us to continue to be the pets of people within this system? There's a black man writing this for sure.
Now again, yeah, it's a black man writing this. Now the black man writing this, Isaac Bailey, yeah, he may like being a pet to white people, you know, like white liberals. But a lot of us, no, that's not how we feel. That's not all black men, Cynthia G. All right. Now to prove what I mean about Mr. Isaac Bailey, right? I've done a little bit of research on him, and I found this little write-up about him. Now, Isaac Bailey is a journalist, right? And if I'm not mistaken, he's also a professor at Davidson University, right? Yeah, I think it is Davidson University. Now, Isaac Bailey is an author of things like Why Didn't We Riot? A Black Man in Trump Land. I mean, he talks as if all black men do not like President Trump. Now, you have some black men such as myself who are Trump fans. I voted for Trump. 12% of us, of the population, 12% of black men voted for Trump, right? Obviously, he's on the other side. He's a part of the 88% of black liberals, right, that wants white people or the white man to pat him on the head. Again, why am I saying this? Because, again, this brother put out things like my brother Moochie regaining dignity in the face of crime, poverty, and racism in the American South. I mean, it's obvious whose side he's on. You know what I'm saying? This man has contributed to Politico, CNN.com, Times, and the Washington Post. Those are all liberal publications, So it's expected that he would write something of which you're reading, Cynthia G. But again, this is not all black men, all right? And let's keep going.
I'll tell you already there's a black man writing this. And it is. Isaac Bailey's is a black man. You see the image here where he's writing this, condoning this. That's why it reads as a slave-minded narrative, because...
Again, yes, slave-minded narrative. Yes, he's writing this, a black man, right? Should we say a black liberal, a black Democrat? Let's say that. He's a part of the 88% that obviously voted for Joe Biden. Let's say that. Yes, he wrote this. Yes, he's passive. I agree with you. I agree with you as far as how this was written.